Hey guys, Zoltan here with another weekly division reset for the 28th of May, where I go through all the changes to the DZ vendors and the base of operations vendor. So, let's get straight into it. This week's the first official week of patch 1.2. Last week we had half a week of patch 1.1 vendors, then the vendors updated again with patch 1.2. So, not much has changed in DZ6 since patch 1.2. You still have 191 gear score armor, which is basically useless. Nothing has changed regarding the Nomad blueprints and armor. The only changes are that we now have final measure knee pads and holsters available to purchase, and also some new 214 score blueprints, which are final measure gloves and knee pad. Nothing of significance has changed in DZ5 from patch 1.2. The vendors still only restock 2 good blueprints a week. This week we have, firstly, is a new blueprint, which is the Osprey 45 suppressor with guaranteed reduced threat. And for the third week in a row we have again is the extended magazine with guaranteed magazine size. Same old DC4 vendor, nothing has changed since patch 1.2. This week we have the electronics gear mod and the performance gear mod, which is the same as last week. So in patch 1.2 they have updated the DZ3 vendor, so it's now possible to buy 204 gear score weapons from him, and not just from the base of operations, but you need a dark zone rank of 80 to do so. This week we have a tactical M1911 pistol with the talents expert and provident, and a black market RPK with the talents malicious, destructive and determined. In the blueprints we have, as always, is the Valkyria, and a new and an old blueprint once again. The first blueprint, which is the same as last week, is the custom M44 Marksman rifle. The new blueprint is an RPK 74, which is a light machine gun. In the base of operations vendor, since patch 1.2 they have added another 204 gear slot weapon. There used to only be 2 available to buy, but now there is 3. We have firstly is the Historian with the talents of Prepared, Intense and Harmful. Some decent talents on this weapon, should pick one up if you got the Phoenix credits to do so. Next is the Military M870 with the talents Dominant, Capable and Brutal. Finally we have the classic AK-47 with the talents of Competent, Destructive and Deadly. There are a few new set gear blueprints that are available since the patch, and they are the Hunter's Faith holster and knee pads, Lone Star holster and mask, and lastly Predator's Mark knee pads and gloves. Vendors are only useful to get weapons from now. Most players have 214 plus armor on them already, so none of these vendors' armor or blueprint are worth buying, and none of the vendors have access to 240 gear score. So that's it for the 28th of May weekly reset. If you want to find out next week's division reset, subscribe to me and hit that like button if you like this week's weekly reset information. I've also linked the last 2 weeks of the weekly reset if you want to find out what you have missed out on, and I'll catch you next time.